Blue Monday, Blue Monday. February 1st, 2021, Monday. Blue Monday, Blue Monday. Blue Monday episode 2. A few things to talk about. A few things. Okay. Well, Blue Monday episode 2, Blue Monday. A few things to talk about. I'm coming out of, broadcasting out of New Yorkistan, where we're in the middle of a nor'easter. A lot of snow in this region, which would be called the tri-state area. A lot of snow. I hear a lot of fire trucks. So that basically, to me, when I hear fire trucks, that means people are out driving. People are out driving that shouldn't be driving. You know, probably just driving really fast, slamming on brakes, thinking that they have four-wheel drive vehicles or all-wheel drive, thinking, let me go drive out 10 inches of snow, 12, 18 inches of snow, just driving around just to drive. I guess, you know. And the funny thing is, these people are the mask enforcers. They're probably driving around now with the mask on in the snow, up in an embankment somewhere. You know, I guarantee that's what it is, because I've seen that throughout my years in life. People driving 4x4s or all-wheel drives up in embankments. I've seen for over 30 years. Clearly, we can see, and we know who, at least when they were kids, we know who did donuts in parking lots or operated all-terrain vehicles, four-wheelers, dirt bikes. We know who participated and who didn't participate in that youthful activities. That's apparent, clearly. Just keep wearing your mask, though, people. Just keep wearing your masks. You know, that's all I can say. That's what they're telling you. So that's a little Blue Monday for New Yorkistan. The Northeast is getting bombarded with snow. Everybody's on, radio, TV, whatever. Be safe. Yeah, that's common sense. Thanks. Other things about New York. Emperor Cuomo. A couple of things you're talking about. Emperor Cuomo. Petty tyrant. Petty tyrant. He got caught hiding the numbers, the nursing home numbers of the COVID-related death tolls. And he got caught by his own hand-picked attorney general. The numbers are way off, like more than half, like 55% off of cases that were reported. So his death toll for misuse of medical fields and just incompetence. Little dictator, little tyrant, telling people what to do and how to live. Meanwhile, he's neglecting the elderly. He got caught with that. And then his reply, when he gets caught with that, his reply was, starts talking, well, just gets right off topic. Starts talking about New York City can open up at 25% capacity for dining. Other parts of the state too. It's really, 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 really funny. Then what else we got for New York? I'm looking out the window now. A lot of snow coming down. I already removed snow twice, and it's still coming down. I guess it's part of the life of Northeastern person. Who knows? Then you got Schumer, Chuck Schumer, the schmuck. another little petty tyrant, little wannabe, little Napoleon type guy. Now he's ditching his, he's abandoning his whole, unity. Let's come together. Let's heal as a nation. That whole narrative, that false agenda. That's that agenda that's filled with many falsehoods and error, and people are just buying it up. He's ditching it and abandoning the whole unity thing, healing process, and he's going spearheading straight for the agenda, which are bold, left-wing radical policies, socialist policies, ever growing the government, shrinking the people. He also wants to make D.C. a state, make it a statehood. And it's just how it is right now in New Yorkistan, my neck of the woods, for Blue Monday. Now, you can also look at Joe Biden. You gotta go back to the Joe the Tyrant Biden. That's what I call him, Joe the Tyrant. Since the last little episode I had, last little broadcast, Joe Biden's over 40 executive orders. Since that and today, we can add on a couple of things, such as the Planned Parenthood. Joe Biden rewarded Planned Parenthood in the tune of like $128 million he gave to Planned Parenthood as a payday. After all, Planned Parenthood did support Joe Biden in the 2020 election. They spent and donated over $45 million of their own money, or of taxpayers' money, to get him elected. That's how it goes. Fraud, bribery, and plunder. One thing we could do is we, the people, got to demand, defund big abortion. It's a moneymaker. Government makes money. Fake healthcare makes money off of it also. It's not healthcare. But that's here or there. Then also you got to look at, let me see with Joe Biden with these masks. I don't know. It's just wear the mask, right? That's what everybody's concerned about. What gets me is this whole thing is get fact checked. It is what it is. But wearing the mask, as cases of COVID, obviously the New York rates, death tolls, are 55% higher than what was actually reported under the leadership of Emperor or El Duce, Andrew Cuomo, governor of New York, and his second fiddle, Mayor de Blasio, just dropping the ball, fumbling left and right, fumbling, screwing everything up. And, they use certain, never let a crisis go to waste. But as this mask wearing thing, you just point a quick fact out. You could say it's an opinion. You could obviously, if I say it on Facebook or any other thing, it'd be fact checked, maybe taken off. But quick fact about this pandemic. The virus is real. Don't think I'm not saying the virus ain't real, but to me, it's a hoax. It's a political hoax. It's a political agenda. So a quick fact about that is during pandemics, during a real pandemic, people don't argue over if it's real or not. I'm just saying, like, if it's a real pandemic, you're not going to have people discussing if it's real or it's not real, what's the motive behind it, yada, 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 and so on and so on. With that, taking that in consideration, you also got to look at it. Since this Chinese virus, since Joe Biden made it illegal to say, or struck it down as a word for COVID-19, when it was dictatorial executive orders, which reminds me, do you remember back in, I think it was like October, maybe late October, early November 2020, Joe Biden gives a speech or gave some kind of campaign rally, came out and, basically called Trump a dictator. He said, executive orders are for dictators. Joe Biden, I think it might have been like October 20th, October 22nd, 2020, somewhere around that time. I remember him giving a lecture or whatever it was. He had his Joe Biden moment. He don't even know where he was, so how can I know where he was? But since everything started, 88% of Americans are wearing masks. 88%. That's what they're going with. 88% of Americans are wearing masks. But for some odd reason, cases are at record levels now. But you're not going to get that on CNN, NSBC, whatever you want, all these other garbage networks. I don't even watch them. So I don't even know, ABC, CBS, whatever, I don't even pay attention to any of these things. You're not going to get these numbers or these. They're not going to report it now, obviously. Joe Biden's president, so. But 80% of Americans wear masks, but the cases are at record levels. So that just leaves me with the conclusion of either, you got to say to yourself, it's where the individual comes in over the collective. It's either masks don't work or cases are fake. That's why I said, during a real pandemic, people aren't going to argue over if it's real or not. We were all, that it's just not gonna happen. And but on the brighter side, President Trump got nominated for another Nobel Peace Prize. I guess the latest Nobel Peace Prize was over the Israel UAE peace deal. He got nominated for that, but I'm sure they'll give it to Joe Biden. They'll give him some kind of an award, especially after stuff like on his first day he fires a black guy, hires a white guy dressed as a girl to head our health department. I don't know. This thing that comes to my mind, we also come and realize that how the stock market, how it works out, everything's fake. I said it before, everything's compromised, everything's fraud. Everything is fake. It's fake, compromised. Can't trust anything. Stock market. It's like the stock market, which is doing pretty good today. Silver's up, gold's up, oil's up. I always endorse buying gold and silver. Precious metals. I always was a big fan of precious metals. But getting to the stock market, what we've learned over, Blue Monday, what we've learned the last couple of days is that the stock market is like a casino. It's run like a casino where the hedge funds are the hedge funds play the role of the house. The small investor is the average weekend gambler. The SEC is the security that watches and bounces successful little guys. Then you got Congress overseeing everything. Congress is playing the role of the mob. The mob paid protection money to let the casino operate and look the other way. That's really what's going on, gambling wise. Whether it's the Lotto, Mega Millions, Lotto, casinos, stock market. Government's got their hands in it, so they can make money off of it. At the same time, taking money from people. People at their own free will, though. You invest at your own free will, whether it's casino, stock market, or any other gambling habits people may have. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with playing Lotto. I play Lotto every now and then. So that's another thing we learned about the stock market. It's all compromised. It's rigged against the little guy. Everything's rigged against us. Stock market's just like a casino. Hedge funds, they're the house. We the people, they're the small guy. Investing, we're the average gambler. SEC watches, people like me and you, and if we do well, we got to get them out, or let's investigate them, send the IRS, yada, yada, yada. Congress is the boss. Congress is the mob. Legal plunder. They're the mob, they're the protection money. That's really how that goes. Sick way to look at it, but it's the truth. But and also you got Blue Monday, bad news, some upsetting news. Not to me. I mean, any bad news is sad news, but I guess the actor Dustin Diamond passed away today. He played the role of Screech on Saved by the Bell. Young guy, mid-40s. Then we also had last week, Cicely Tomlin passed away. Great actress. She lived a life full. Award winner. And, just some things rounding out the weekend surrounding Blue Monday. Now, I guess, there's really not much more. I mean, just got to pay attention to what's going on and see what the tyrant, Joe the Tyrant, Byron, whatever you want to call him. He's just sickening. Just signing one executive order after another. With big tech, we can't even trade in the free market. They shut things down. They got exposed. Big tech, stock market. Big tech has full control over our freedom of speech. Or Pepsi Cola. Still can't open our businesses. The integrity of our election is gone. How can you trust an election? People, don't give up. Don't give up. Okay. Some reason we allowed. We allowed. I don't know how much longer we the people, can keep allowing 535 people in a faraway capital in D.C. that's now surrounded by 50,000 National Guardsmen, fences. It's like a military zone for what? Peaceful transition. I don't know. To me, looking back in history, that's kind of fascism to me, right? Mussolini, Hitler, Stalin, communism, whatever you want to, fascism, whatever. They all did the same thing. Surround their capitals and their stuff like that with military. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is. And, it's just Joe Biden being Joe Biden. Democrats, they're up to no good. That's the bottom line. They're up to no good. And I would like to. If I ever had a chance to speak to Joe the Tyrant, I would. If I had anything to say to him, I'd probably just say, Joe, Joe the Tyrant, pace yourself, buddy. Pace yourself. You have 4 years. You don't have to destroy the country in your first week or two. Don't destroy it. And, they always say your first 100 days. The first 100 days is the important days. You don't have to destroy it in the first week. Slow down there, buddy. Slow down. But anyway, that's enough of the blues for a Blue Monday. Get on to something else, I guess. Like I said, I'm in the middle of a nor'easter. It's supposed to be snowing until tomorrow morning. I easily have 15 inches out there. I already shoveled and did things in my driveway twice. So I'm probably going to go read a book. It's sure a book. But before I even tell you about the book I'm going to read, I think everybody should read it. Especially if you're in the Northeast area and you're snowed in, you have nothing to do. You're done tonight, tomorrow. You're sitting home doing nothing. Accept the fact. Accept it. So read a book. Just get off Facebook, get off social media, read a little book. It's only like 84 pages long. Very good book. Animal Farm. But before we get into that, let me start off with the what if I told you? Or in case you didn't know, what if I told you that 1% of the population controls the world? 4% are sellout puppets. 90% are asleep. They're sheeple. 90% of the world's population are sheep. 90%. Then you got 5% who know and are trying to wake up the other 90%. And this is where it gets interesting. The 1% that controls the world doesn't want the 5% waking up the 90%. And the 4% who are sellout puppets also don't want the 5% waking up the 90%. So this is a little thing I want to throw out there on what if I told you, or in case you didn't know. And also, how can you tell? How can you tell if the truth is being told? With so much social media, regular TV media, AM, FM radio, TV shows, a lot of information. It's just palm of your hand, at the palm of your hand, a cell phone, palm of your hand. Get anything you want. At the palm of your hand, So much information. But how do you tell what's being truthful? What's being told as the truth? As what's being sold, or being sold as buffoonery. Are you buying the baffling? Are they baffling you with BS? Because I'm really not finding too many people dazzling me with brilliance, and I'm sure I'm not dazzling you with brilliance either. Bottom line is you are being lied to. I'm being lied to. And I'm being lied to on many, many fronts. A lot of liars. A lot of power. It's time to wake up. So, how do you know? How can you tell if it's the truth is being told or not? It's real simple at this point. You can't, everybody takes this big data and stuff like that. They look at data, analytics, stuff like that. But me, I just look at it it's real simple. I look at what fake book, Facebook, fake book, fascist book, Facebook. I look what they do in their action, their behavior. If they block it and put you into like a Facebook jail, it's the truth. It's the truth. Fake book sends out fact checkers. Chances are 95% it's the truth. Then Facebook blocks it. Fact checkers, it's the truth. You see it, it's the truth. Don't even try to debate it. Then you take Twitter. If they ban it, whether it's the individual, whether it's a collective group, doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter. If Twitter bans it, it's the truth. It's definitely a truth. Then you can also look at Google. Google plays a role in it. If Google hides it, and so on, suppress it, don't let people find it. That's also how you know it's the truth. Google's changed a lot over the years. So, with that being said, I'll move on to ending this little Blue Monday. Like I said, I'm going to probably read a book. It's snowing outside. Major nor'easter. So I'm going to end up reading a book, which I think everybody should get their hands on. Puts everything, I got them combined. It's a book, Animal Farm by George Orwell. 1984 also. I got them both combined in one package deal. And Animal Farm is actually only 84 pages. 84 pages. It's a very good book. I'm on page actually 24 out of 84. Started reading it again today. Putting things in perspective. And it's like, we're reliving Animal Farm. When George Orwell is the author of it. He wrote it. It was published in 1945, I believe, in the UK. 1945. America was made in America probably 1946. And according to Orwell, when he wrote it, Orwell, the fable or the story reflects events that was leading up to the Russian Revolution, Russian Revolution of 1917, the Bolshevik Revolution. It was leading up to World War I, and during World War I, and stuff like that. Then, obviously, Orwell decides, after he writes the novel, or the book, or the fable, the story, he decides fiction was the best and safest way to describe totalitarianism, communism, socialism, fascism, whichever way you want to look at it. Because you got to remember, it was still in the middle. He wrote it in the middle of middle to end of World War II. Published it right after the end of it, so it was still, and like I said, if you look at the events leading up to World War I, with the Russian Revolution, the Bolshevik Revolution, you can see the characters in the book Animal Farm, how the animals, organized and revolted. You could definitely see how it plays into that era of the early 1910 to 1917. But also, that's why I'm rereading it, because I can also see the similarities, how it's playing into today in America. And to me, Animal Farm is a true story. It was just made into a fictional version. But it's really, really a true story. Explains a lot. In an Animal Farm, there's only really not that many humans. I think there's like maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 characters that are humans. But the main character in Animal Farm was Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones was the original owner of the Manor Farm. He was a heavy drinker. He was a heavy drinker with a farm in despair. The animals revolted after Mr. Jones drinks so much that he doesn't even care for the animals anymore unless the farm go a wire, and the animals got to fend for themselves. Some of the characters. I said, I would get the book and read it. It's 84 pages. You could probably Google it, download it, whatever, online. Animal Farm, George Orwell. Me, I like to own the books I read. Some of the characters of the pigs, main characters of the pigs. You have the old major. You have Napoleon, Squealer. That's the name, Squealer. Yeah, Squealer. Then you had Snowball. They were some of the pigs. Some of the other animals. You had, Boxer, who was the horse. Benjamin. Raven was the bird. Just give you a little rundown how I look at these characters. Into today's politics and today's politicians, especially American. I'll just give it a quick little my point of view on how I'm going to read it for like the fourth time in my life. This book, I read it first time in like 1984, 1985. That's when I read it for the first time. So I'm just going to go through it again, and like the characters, like the old major, one of the main characters, the old major. He was like a free thinker. He was a critical thinker, a skeptic. So if you decide to read Animal Farm, or you can do the audio book it. Give you how I'm looking at it this time around, reading it. Someone look at the old major as the free thinker, the critical thinker, the skeptic. Then you obviously got Napoleon, Napoleon's always Napoleon. Doesn't matter if it's during the 1917s or 2021. Napoleon represents the government, the leader of Animal Farm. And you got Squealer. Squealer's Napoleon's second in command, right-hand guy. I would look at him, comparing him to the World War I, World War II, up to today's. Proper word for Squealer would be like the Minister of Propaganda. Big tech media, Joseph Goebbels, whatever. So I'm gonna look at, if you read the book Squealer, look at him I look at him as he's Napoleon's second in command. He's a Minister of Propaganda. Then you got Snowball. Snowball is Napoleon's rival, two-party system, right? Napoleon's the government. Then you got the two-party system. Napoleon's his rival. He was the original head of the farm after the revolution, after the Jones was overthrown. Snowball also represents like the religion, or the moral compass, something to that effect. Then who else do you got in there? Who did I mention? Squealer. Let me get back to Squealer, the Minister of Propaganda. He's also one of those guys like a modern day guy. I would call him fake pastor, fake rabbi, fake religious teacher, just a fake philosopher, fake somebody, and they're doing and they're gaining revenue by using the 501c. They use that, making mega churches, mega synagogues, whatever you want to call it. I'm not here to bash anybody's religion. I'm a First Amendment guy, so I support whatever you do. I'm just letting you know. I'm going to call it out. If you legally you're not breaking the law, so good. Good for you. God bless. But I'm just going to let it be known. So I guess that's really my little rant. My little rant for Blue Monday. So like I said, I'm going to tune out. Get yourself a chance. Read Animal Farm. George Orwell, great book. And so from New Yorkistan, it is Blue Monday, February 1st, 2021. I'm your host, Tim Davis from Patriot Nation TV. I'll speak to you guys soon. Good night. God bless. God bless you. God bless America. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.